So I've never made homemade gnocchi, and today we're gonna give it a shot. First thing we're gonna work on though is my sauce, because I woke up at 5:30 a.m. to put my potatoes in the oven for about an hour 45. And they're still in there, they're about to finish, but we're gonna work on our beautiful tomato sauce first. So we got a pot right here, we got some celery, we're gonna cut this up, make it nice and fine.
So I am not an expert in cutting celery, but I do enjoy it. I wanna get good at it, and if you like the content you've been seeing out of the channel, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, there's much more to come.
Now last time I made sauce, I made way too much sauce, so today we're just using 1 can of these Cento tomatoes. I did not add celery in my last video when I made the lasagna. That's the last time I actually made sauce. We're gonna throw all of my celery in a bowl. I have some beautiful garlic as well that we're gonna make sure to cut up. Realistically, we're gonna blend it so it doesn't really have to be perfect.
The next video on the channel will be a Super Bowl special, so comment down below some delicious Super Bowl foods you cook with your family every single year.
Now I completely forgot to take my meat out of the freezer last night, so we kinda had to do a quick defrosting method. Now I'm gonna keep this all on a pretty low heat. I'm gonna add a very generous amount of olive oil. I'm gonna mix my celery, and I have my garlic in here already, so I'm just gonna mix that in with the olive oil, get it nice and coated real quick. I'm gonna take my beef and just throw it right in there. It is still a little frozen, again, that's my bad. I completely forgot to defrost the thing, that's my bad. I also have some basil that we're gonna throw in once that sauce is going, and I have my beautiful Cento tomatoes that I'm gonna throw in once the beef is actually cooked. Now, one thing that I actually have to do is I have to separate the yolk from the egg because I'm gonna use this in my gnocchi. I have this beautiful little egg separator right here. It's honestly pretty fire, works pretty well. Gonna crack my egg right into this thing, and literally all you have to do is literally nothing. You just hold it, wiggle it around a little bit. All that beautiful white stuff comes right out. You just swing it around. And then just like that, you have a beautiful yolk separated from the egg whites. It's actually really quick and easy. Now that I have my egg yolk separated, I have to shred some cheese. This is Parmesan that I'm gonna shred. This is all for my gnocchi, so we're just gonna shred this right here. I don't wanna cut my finger, so I do have to be careful. Now I shredded 2 blocks, so I have a good amount. It's not an insane amount. If I need more, I will shred more. But now we have to do one of the most important parts, and it's peel our potatoes. Okay, now here are our beautiful potatoes. They're in the oven for about an hour and a half, probably. Now all I'm going to do is I'm gonna move this over because I wanna let out as much moisture as I can from these potatoes. I do not want moisture in them really at all. Now all I'm gonna do is move them on my cutting board, cut them in half, let the steam out. Now I'm unsure how I'm gonna actually peel the potatoes because they are insanely hot right now. Now all my potatoes are cut in half. I'm gonna let the steam come out, and I'm gonna start peeling them very, very slowly. Take it off as my sauce is working. Let's get a nice little potato peeling time lapse going.
Now one thing you have to understand is that I woke up at 5 a.m. to throw my potatoes in the oven, and this was to make beautiful homemade gnocchi, and you have to stay until the end to see what happens.
Okay, so my fingers are officially on fire. I have no more feeling in any of them. All gone. Oh, I forgot one. Oh, I thought I peeled all. I'm just throwing it out. Okay, so now I made an invention. I don't have a ricer or anything, so what I do have is a pot with a strainer, right? What I'm gonna do is put this on top of that, throw the potatoes in here, smack them until they're really smacked. I'm also gonna add my tomatoes to my tomato sauce, get that brewing up a little bit. Now is the part you've all been waiting for, the dangerous part. So basically, I'm gonna throw all my potatoes up here in this little bowl here, and this either works or it doesn't work. It's really simple as that. Now I'm just gonna smash. Now I gotta do this for probably realistically around 10 minutes. Like, I'm not even kidding. They have to be completely fine. There can't be any lumps, any bumps. It has to be smooth as butter, boys. Smooth as butter. What I am gonna do is I have another bowl here that if I take this out, look, it actually did work pretty well like I wanted to. It's all in little dots. Now all I'm doing now is I have a wooden spatula and I'm just scraping it against the actual bottom of the pot just to try to get it to go through the grates. Now all of my potatoes are literally, it worked out really, really well. It's time to try to make that beautiful gnocchi dough. I really hope this goes well. I don't know what to expect, but we'll see what happens. I have a little gnocchi board as well, so we'll give it a shot. Don't know if it will go well, but we'll give it a shot. So I don't want to use too much flour in the beginning. All I'm gonna do in the very, very beginning is throw down a little bit of flour on the bottom so nothing sticks. Again, I don't want too much flour at all. I just put a little bit of a hint of the flour. Now I'm gonna drop my potatoes right there, beautiful. I'm gonna put my cheese right on top. Now I'm just gonna start mixing this up. Now honestly, it already feels pretty solid. I know it's literally just potatoes, but I mean, it feels pretty good. I also have an egg yolk that I'm gonna incorporate into the sauce as well, or into the dough as well. So I got an egg yolk in there. Now I'm just gonna mix, mix, mix. I didn't put too much cheese, but I can always grate more cheese if I have to. Not really too worried about that. So I think I'm gonna add more flour because right now it's not looking too good. Maybe I'll grate more cheese as well. So what I'm gonna do real quick is I'm gonna grate some more cheese, put that just right on top. Doesn't really have to be perfect. Now Parmesan is what I'm using for my cheese. I actually want it to be pretty cheesy. I don't know the exact amounts. I don't know the exact measurements, guys. I'm not following any recipe at all. I'm just going off of what I think is right and what feels right, literally. I'm gonna add a spoonful of that flour. And now we're gonna mix, mix, and mix. I don't know the consistency that I should be going for. I'm not really sure. Honestly, I wouldn't even be mad at just keeping it like it is right now. I think it looks pretty good. It feels pretty good. I'm not really mad. Now, honestly, I'm pretty happy with how it looks. Is it supposed to look like this? I'm not sure. I really, truly don't know. So one thing that I'm gonna do now is portion these off. I'm gonna flour my rolling pin. Now, are you supposed to do it this way? I don't really know. Because again, I'm not gonna make it completely flat because it's gnocchi. It's not supposed to be completely flat. Now I'm just gonna put a light feathering of a little bit of flour right over top all of it. Light feathering, just so I have it on my hands as well. And then I'm literally just gonna cut off little bits and pieces and start rolling it off my hand. Now guys, I am literally just eyeballing this. I don't know how big each piece is gonna be. Again, cooking's not about being perfect. It's about cooking. There's really, you know, it's all about cooking and enjoying the process. So as you see right here, I'll show you in the GoPro real quick. I'm just making a little ball with my hands. Then I'm gonna roll it off the board, and as you see, it looks actually really good. It looks surprisingly good. I'll come over here real quick. If you look, this is genuinely looking really, really solid. Now let's do another quick little rolling taj. So guys, look at this. So these are my finished gnocchi. I just finished making, and it looks absolutely phenomenal. So now we're gonna boil them and see how we do. Now it's time to finish my tomato sauce and boil my gnocchi. Let's see how this goes. So as you see, I have my tomato sauce and my boiling hot water. So what I'm gonna do is, first of all, I'm gonna drop in my gnocchi very, very slowly, just because I don't wanna make it too hard of an impact on them. It's gonna take a little bit of time for them to dust it. And again, I know they're done as soon as they start floating. Okay, so real quick, our gnocchi should be done by now. I'm gonna take one out just to see how it tastes, how it looks. I don't see any, guys, oh my God. I think I skipped a step here, boys. I think I did skip a step here. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is potato soup. The gnocchi didn't go according to plan, but I'm gonna boil some pasta just so I can actually eat my bolognese sauce as well, you know? All right, so our tomato sauce is genuinely looking really, really, really solid, but the problem is I have little to no gnocchi to accompany it. So it's time to try this beautiful tomato sauce, because again, boys, I am so disappointed. I am so disappointed. I thought that the gnocchi would come out perfect. I should have froze it first. I don't know what I did wrong. Leave in the comments what I didn't do right. But let's try this beautiful tomato sauce with this gnocchi. I mean, that's phenomenal, but I wish it was my own gnocchi.